Are you thinking about getting your real estate license? Have you seen Selling Sunset and you want to be in this profession? We're going to be going over the pros and cons of being a real estate agent and also clarify a lot of myths of who should be getting a license and who doesn't need to get one. I'm Spencer Hsu with EXP Realty. In the last 5 years, we've done over $250 million in transactions in the Bay Area. Before going through the pros, let's talk about the cons. Who should not be a real estate agent? Number one, if you're thinking about buying your own property, stop wasting your time on this. You're still not going to know much about buying and selling because you're going to be learning more about the laws and the intricacies as a real estate agent. Trust me, I knew this 6 years ago when I got into the business that it actually didn't do much good. You'll learn a whole lot more by being part of different communities, whether it's Subtle Asian Real Estate Group, which is a Facebook group, Bigger Pockets. All of those platforms are much easier, cheaper ways and more practical ways when it comes to buying for yourself, potentially selling a place, or being an investor. Because the reality is there are two completely different things. The real estate agent side is then trying to do this as a profession, but buying and doing things for yourself, you don't need a license for that. If you're concerned about commissions, be mindful. All commission is negotiable. If you want to lower your commission, try to negotiate with your agent. Now, to be fair, there's a reason why some may be accepting a lower commission. So it's always this mix. What is the value of you think you know versus the value of the actual agent? And if it's a good agent, they're definitely worth more than their weight in gold because of how they'll help you with the experience, be there to support you, provide strategies and insights. And these are things that you do not want to take for granted and quite frankly are worth a whole lot more than the few percent that agents get. Another reason why getting this is a big con is because not just will it take a good amount of time for you to take your online course and then get your actual physical exam, there's usually a level of maintenance fees that's involved of just even keeping it active. So for example, in the state of California, we have to pay California Association of Realtors. You have to pay your local board. You may need to get access to get the key access to even get into a place. You also need to pay for a brokerage fee to hang your license somewhere. In general, all of that would be, let's say, about $2,000 a year. So why pay the $2,000 if you're just like squatting and holding on to this thing and you're not really doing anything about it? Like I said, if you're just using for learning, there's plenty of great networking communities. There's plenty of great people you can talk to. I've seen different kind of random stuff happening in Reddit, which is always kind of funny, but there's no shortage of information. And even people like myself will be a valuable resource because at the end of the day, think about this. You can spend hours or months reading on things. Do you really think you're gonna know more than top producing agents? The answer is no, right? Trust the experts. That's why the wealthiest people in the world still use realtors for a reason. It's not like because they can't learn it. It's not complicated. However, it requires deep experience and to be in it every single day so that you can actually track things. Like, give you an idea. Do you think the market goes straight up? The answer is no. Now, if you pull it for an extended period of time, the answer is yes. It seems like that way, but it goes up and down. So that's kind of the idea, and that's why people trust the professionals. Now, what are the pros about being a real estate agent? You have the flexibility to work however many hours you want. Now, it does not mean you have the flexibility of doing nothing, but you have the flexibility to work your 10 hours a day for whatever hours you want. Like, for example, I'm a nocturnal person. I go to sleep at like 1 a.m. I wake up at like 9 a.m. In other jobs, that's not going to work too well. But in this job, that's okay. As long as my clients are in that kind of similar cycle. They don't need me to be a 7 a.m. person. They're not going to talk to me at 7 a.m. They're either going to talk to me during the day, in the afternoons, or evenings. Or it could be late evenings, right? So the key is you have more flexibility to do what you want to do, but you still got to put in that work. Number two is income potential, right? What franchise or what professions has the ability to earn potentially the amount of money we can earn, however, at the same time, not having to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to enter in this profession. Now, be mindful. That means it's also anybody can technically get in. So you have to master your profession. And what does mastering mean? You got to constantly be learning, constantly know the market, constantly trying to improve yourself, your sales skills, your knowledge, your understanding, your value add to people, like why I'm making this video. These are very important things to do well and to survive in this profession. The other benefit that I find, there is very few industries, and I also take it from my personal experience, I am super lucky. There is very few industries that will allow me to catapult to different income brackets, but also to have an amazing circle. Like, think about this. Like, I did not go to an Ivy League school. I did not grow up with a lot of money. I was in a very middle class family, and you know, to be fair, the people that were making hundreds of thousands of dollars, not millions of dollars a year, I mean, there's not much for us to really connect and relate to. Like, why would they want to talk to a little software sales rep? But because of real estate, And because of my knowledge and now all sorts of different price ranges, I'm allowed to be at the table because while I may not be as smart as them, I'm certainly very smart when it comes to real estate and when it comes to economics, finances, and the different things that I spend so much time just mastering in. And that's super rewarding. Like, I have some of the most amazing clients. Amazing because they're all hardworking. They are all doing very incredible things for where they're at with their lives. And they're just so ambitious. So that inspires me to work hard because I don't want to let them down. But it's also incredible because of the new circles that I've been able to have. Nothing wrong with my previous circles, but it's just another lens that I get to now see because of the profession that I'm at. And I think that's one of the hidden gems that this profession has that very few people talk about. But you gotta earn your way into it. Was this helpful? If you haven't gotten your license yet, I am partnered with a online learning course, so you can go to the affiliate link and you can sign up for whatever state you want to get your online courses with. And if you're at a stage to either join a brokerage or to move to a different brokerage and be mentored by me, be part of our monthly mastermind, and have access to myself, my contact details are below, and you can join me at the brokerage today. See you next time. Bye now.